Okay, so now we're inside. That's the front door. And again, it's the original door. Look at that doorknob. And that's where the mail used to come in years ago. I had them paint. I don't know if you can tell the paint, but it's like a soft green. So this is the foyer, and it's got the high ceilings. There's no overhead lights, but only in a few rooms that the ceiling has been dropped. This this mess is going to be my sewing room, and yes, I'm having withdrawals. So it has these lights because it had the old cloth wiring. The lights do not work because they disconnected the cloth wiring, and because the ceiling is a drop ceiling with no attic that we know of, there is no overhead light, so we'll have to use lamps and things in here. So then you go through, and here is the living room. There is my grandson. That's the door that goes out to the side porch. That door is the door to nowhere. Actually, it is a door. It goes into the bedroom on the other side. However, that we'll get to that. We'll get to that when I get into the bedroom. Here's the fireplace. Love the fireplace. That mirror I found in a closet in one of the rooms, and I just whitewashed it and put it up there sideways. I thought it looked pretty good.
How do I do this?
This chair right here, right now I've got a printer on it, but I found this chair. It has some, I found this chair, talking about the thrift stores. I found this chair at a thrift store for $5, and I painted it white and recovered and put some extra cushioning in it. So I was excited about my find on that. And again, I hope I'm not making out sick. This is going to be the dining room. I won't glare the light on you guys with the light. But yeah, this is going to be the dining room. It needs some work. It has a drop ceiling. However, it had previous leaks. So this is going to be taken down, and hopefully we'll raise it up to the original. This right here, some of it's glass, some of it's plastic. Right now, because I'm not real thrilled with the navy theme in the middle that's plastic, I'm kind of trying to make up my mind what I want to do with it, because that goes straight into the kitchen. And actually, it could open the kitchen up a lot, so I don't know. I'm thinking. If it was all original glass and everything, it would be different, but it's not. Majority of it's plastic, that thick, real thick plastic, so I don't know, I'm still thinking. And then you go around, and here's the bedroom. Again, I still have boxes everywhere, and because my sewing room isn't set up, I have not been able to make curtains or anything. Now, remember that door in the living room that I said was the door to nowhere? This right here, somebody walled up a fireplace. And guess what I'm gonna do with the help of my children? We're gonna take this wall down so I can have a fireplace in the bedroom. So that will eliminate these two extremely small closets. And it'll make that door go right into the bedroom. So I'm on the lookout for a wardrobe to hang some clothes in, because I really want the original, I really want that fireplace showing unwalled. And again, this ceiling has been dropped. So when we do unwall this, we'll bring the ceiling back up. And again, I'll reiterate, this is a 5-year project. Then you go into the kitchen. So these were the original, actually originally this was a porch. And then when they decided to bring a kitchen in, they made this the kitchen, and then they added the porch over here. Well, we'll look at in a minute. The only thing I've done in here is I got the painters to paint the cabinets. It's the original hardware. I got new countertops for it, and I got a new sink and faucet, because this sink, I love it. It's big. It's all one thing, so that way when I bring things in from the garden and I'm washing them, it's all good. I have a big old sink to do it in. Downside is that's the only light right there. So this ceiling is another one that is going to have to be redone. We made that hole to see what was up there. It only goes up about 3 more inches. So we're going to take it to the original wood slats. This right here, I was trying to do something with this to make more counter space. My son, Justin, who is awesome at woodwork, is going to add a cabinet there and add cabinets over here so that I have more cabinet space with some kind of butcher block top. You come around. This, I had the gas ran to this wall. The kitchen is extremely small, so I had it run to this wall so I could have the stove over here, and I'm going to put a little cabinet here, a little cabinet there, and then my son is going to make, I have some corbels, some antique style corbels, and he's going to make a big, huge shelf up here. So this, there's still a lot of work to do in here. I put this jute rug. Hey, Evie. I put this jute rug on the floor and ripped up the old wood. It wasn't wood, the old linoleum, because evidently they had, I'm not sure what kind of flooring they had, but it wasn't, I've had to put the trash up there because the dogs have decided they like to get into the trash all of a sudden after 13 years. But it was just plywood flooring with linoleum over it. So I ripped up the linoleum. Was disgusting. So I ripped up the linoleum and just put a jute rug. But I will eventually redo that floor. Now this was a doorway. This was a back door. So what happened was this house was in, from my understanding, the Beckett family until like year 2000. It was built in 1907. So when they did this, when they made this a kitchen, they made this a porch. Of course, there was no indoor bathrooms. So this right here, I chose to put the refrigerator in here to make the kitchen a little bigger and give me more cabinets. But this is a utility room. It's washer and dryer. And it gets really dusty in here, so I didn't want to put blinds in here, so I'm trying out this right here. It lets the sun in a little bit, but you can't really see in through it. So I think it's going to work. So I'm going to do it to all the other windows. Let's see. I've got a gas water heater, which I love. I've never had one, but I love it. Now here is the bathroom. Okay, guys, I love my bathroom door. Just saying. And it has the original, let me turn on some light. It has original doorknob. Isn't that gorgeous? So yeah, so this was a porch, and then they put in a bathroom and utility room. So now it has no back porch, but it has plenty of front and side porch. So yeah, this is the inside of the house. So this is the front of the house. Got my American flag. Got the front porch and the side porch. There's my porch swing. I love my porch. There is a little bit of work that needs to be done on some of the columns. I've got, there was window boxes already here, so I've planted all sorts of herbs and everything here. So even though I don't have my raised beds, I still have all my herbs. That's the door. I think I have every herb. The other herbs I don't have is like salt, of course, and garlic, which hopefully garlic I'll plant when my son Alex comes and builds my raised beds for me. This is the side porch. And this is that door that goes into the living room. This right here, Tristan and I made crystals. I don't know if you can see them very well, but they're popping up there. So hopefully in another 24 to 48 hours, we'll have some awesome crystals. Let's go into the backyard. So I have a really small yard, so, but it's fine because, you know, I can't handle, with my health, I can't handle big property anymore. So, this is, oh, one thing I have these beautiful wild roses everywhere. And let me see if I can find this rose hip. There's a huge rose hip on here. And there's many more to come. Now watch, I won't be able to, oh, look at this rose hip. I am so excited about these rose hips. So the guy who mows my yard was actually cutting things he wasn't supposed to cut one time, and I threatened him if he cut my rose hips. Because he already, see, here's my lemon balm that was already here. He already cut those once, so I had to tell him they weren't weeds. Here's my yard. There's the train company right behind there. We get about 2 trains a day. Here is the back door that leads into the laundry room. These steps are marble steps. They're awesome. I have a root cellar right there. These are grapes. I don't know if I'll get any this year because I've noticed some of them is having black rot. So I'm hoping they pull through. This is my mulberry tree. Guys, look how big that mulberry tree is. And it was loaded this year. I had to wash my car like once a week. I had to go through the drive-through car wash. And then here is my pecan tree. And it is loaded with pecans. So hopefully come November, I'll have a bunch of pecans. So, and then I've got the hedge right here to separate me from the other house. But you know what? It's very quiet neighborhood. Very quiet neighborhood. I mean, you have the sound of the train and you have the sound of the traffic, and that's all. I mean, it's not. So, I don't know how to switch this thing around, so to tell you bye, but I love everyone. Thank you for watching. This is my sunset, and please subscribe and click on the notification bell, and that way every time I put one up, you guys will know it, so you can see what I'm doing now.